Hello everyone. Today we're going to make a delicious cream cheese. We're going to start off with soaking about 3/4 cups of cashews, and you want about 200 grams of organic firm tofu. But what we're going to do to the tofu is we're going to drain it of its water. We don't want any of that water, or drain as much water as we can. And I have this nifty little tofu press, and I am going to simply put this piece of tofu in and put my, very easily done, I'm going to put my elastic down. Here we go to the first, second, to my first level. That's where I'm going to start. And then work my way down and take out as much liquid as I desire. There we go. And we're just going to snap that in. So 200 grams, and you want about 3/4 cup of raw cashews that you're going to put to soak. I'll see you in a little bit, guys. Okay, so we are back. So we have our tofu here. And that's the water that came out of it. Let's get this going. All right, I'm going to rinse my nuts. Okay, so we're going to start off like we're making a sour cream. We're going to start off with our nuts. Now, I told you how much I have. 3/4 cups of cashews that I soaked. And to that, I am going to squeeze a full lime. Now, if you don't have lime, you can use lemon if you want. There we go. We might need just a little extra. We'll see later on. My limes were a little dry. Okay, we're going to put water. Just not covering them, but almost to the top of your cashews. And we are going to put, okay, we're going to put 1/4 teaspoon of mushroom powder. That's an optional. If you don't want, don't put that in. We are going to put not level, just a little over of tapioca starch. We're going to put, I don't bend my spoon. Jeez, I almost bent my spoon. I did bend my spoon. About a tablespoon of that delicious buttery coconut oil. This is a cold press I'm using. Just a small, I'd say about a teaspoon of maple syrup. Okay, we're going to use a little bit of garlic. Not a lot. We're making cream cheese. We're not making a meal, right? Mine already started to sprout. Look at that. Okay, so that's just a little bit of garlic, not much. Mine's sprouting. I'm putting even the sprout in there. 1/4 mustard powder. We need salt. Not much either, because you don't want this to taste too salty. So I've got about half a teaspoon for now, and then if I need to, I will add a little more. And I'm going to break up my tofu, and that's going to go in. This is 200 grams of tofu. If I need a little extra water, I will add it later. And we're going to have the most delicious cream cheese ever. Okay, let me just clear off my table. Put the garlic away. Now, I'm using a NutriBullet. Vitamix will be a lot better, but I don't want to fight the bottom of my Vitamix all the time. So I am going to do it here and see. Hopefully it will come out nice and creamy. Okay, in a bit, guys. Okay, not completely done yet, but I'm just checking the texture. My God, so good. We're going to put extra lime. I'll see if I want to put maybe 2 whole limes in here. Jeez. I had to fight with my NutriBullet. Yeah, I think I'm going to put a whole 2 limes. My limes aren't very big. But you play it by ear, right? When you're tasting it, if you find your... Did I get a piece of skin on there? If you find that it's tangy enough for you, then don't put any more. Now you're saying, well, why are you putting all that liquid? Isn't that going to... isn't that going to ruin your mixture? Even if it gets a little softer than this has got to stay in the refrigerator till it firms up a little, so it's not the end of the world. Oh yeah, a little more maple. I want it a little sweeter and more salt. So that's like 2 teaspoons now. And we're going to add more salt. Remember, you don't want this to be too salty. You want to be able to... Okay. 1.5 teaspoons, I think should be good. Okay, back in. Now, if you want to get fancy, you could also put chives in here if you want to make like a sour cream with chives. If you want to do onions, you could do onions. I just want you to look at that. This is going to get super thick in the refrigerator. And my God, it's so good. Who was the guy that used to say, bang? Look at that. Oh, this is going to be amazing. And look how creamy. I'm going to put an extra tablespoon of my coconut oil. Coconut fat. See that? Gives it a nice buttery taste. If you don't, you're going to end up tasting like tofu. And, you know, we want tofu as a meal, not as a cream cheese. Okay. So I'd say about 2 heaping tablespoons of delicious cold press coconut oil. 1 more blitz. And if you beat it long enough, your coconut oil, even though it wasn't melted, geez, I can't open this. Okay, you want to come and help me give a twist?
Oh my God.
Good? Yeah?
Wow.
Perfect?
That's really good.
Okay, so this is gonna,
Oh my God.
it is good. Okay, so now I'm gonna put this in a container, and this is gonna get nice and firm in the refrigerator. And that's how simple it is to make what you call vegan cheese. That's my mascarpone recipe that I turn into a vegan cheese. So there you go, guys. I am gonna put this in a container, and all I did is I used my NutriBullet, but my NutriBullet is old, and I'm okay with giving it a good shake. That's what I do half the time, because if the stuff is too thick, it doesn't want to blend very well. So if I give it a good shake, it seems to do its thing. Does its thing for me. Okay, so I am going to find a nice container to put this in, and then I'm going to cover it. Okay, so I'm going to have one for the holidays. I'm going to put this on our charcuterie board. And we're going to put some for Erica, because she's going to say, Mom, how about me? So I got to find something else to put for Erica. Or you could even use small ramekins and then cover them. And that will make also a nice presentation if you're putting it on a table for people. I'm going to use my finger because this is for my daughter. And I'm sure she doesn't mind me dipping my finger in her food. I know some of you don't like it, but nobody's died in my house yet. It's okay, Erica?
Hmm?
Better than the last time?
It's really good.
Okay. And this is going to go great on a bagel, piece of bread. Okay. You know, a few people tell me, I can't watch your videos, you use way too many ingredients. Well, you know what? Not always. I've made recipes with hardly any ingredients in it, and my daughter can vouch for that. And then there's some things where you just have to add those ingredients in. Because if you want it to taste good, I mean, you could have left it with less ingredients, but you're going to have a mouthful of tofu. And like I said, I rather have my tofu on a grill, in a sandwich, and my dog is scaring all the birds that are coming to eat the frozen grapes on my grapevine outside. He's such a tormentor. My daughter's getting dressed to go get him. He's such a tormentor. Oh my Lord. Okay, so that should be good for Erica, and this should be good for our guest. So there we go. And that's all it takes to make this delicious, delicious. There we go. Cream cheese. So if you do give my recipe a try, I know there's so many out there, but if you give my recipe a try, come back, let me know, and tell me what you think of it. But remember, this has got to go into the refrigerator, and you have to make sure that it firms up on you. Okay, guys, we are the day after I made my cream cheese. And I just want to show you Look at that. I just want to show you guys. I'm going to put this upside down for you. Do you see how beautiful this is? So this I will not touch because I need that for the holidays. I need that for Christmas Eve and Christmas morning. Probably have that Christmas morning. We'll have that for breakfast. And this is the one that my daughter's already been dabbing on. It is simply delicious. Now, after you make that cream cheese, I recommend that you put it into the refrigerator for at least a day. This is only going to get firmer as a sister, but trust me, it's not going to last that long. Okay, guys, take two. I'm having a hard time recording this morning. Okay, so there you go. Here's what my cheese looks like. You cannot flip it and spill it. It's nice and creamy, nice and thick. Now, if you want this even thicker than the way it is, I recommend using less liquid. You just have to work a little harder to get that those nuts nice and creamy. The idea is to get it creamy. You don't want to have any grits or any little bits of nuts in your cream cheese. Cream cheese has to be creamy. So use just a little less water if you want a little firmer. But this is the texture of it right now. It's nice and thick. It will get a little thicker as it sits in the refrigerator because the nuts just will swell up even more. And also, oh yeah, that bread is done. Oops, sorry guys. We'll put this here for now. And if you use just a little less water, it'll be even thicker than this. And that's how beautiful this cream cheese is. And the taste is just incredible. Let me shut this timer. So if you give this recipe a try, come back, let me know how you like it. And I'm going to wish everybody a happy holiday. This is my gift to you. Don't drink and drive. And I want to say I love you, and I'll see you in my next video.
For more videos like this, make sure to subscribe to Connie's RAWsome Kitchen, give it a thumbs up, and share it with your friends.